thought
All
you
right,
said you wouldn't.
hello,
What's giggity
podcasters.
good banter buffet?
We're at the buffet table today, and we're gonna be putting some torture methods on a tier list. That's the subject of today.
We tortured our friend Killian and brought him here to join us. He's got some first-hand experience with torture.
Where am I? Help.
Yeah, he's being tortured right now, if you can believe that.
He's gonna be doing first-hand experience with all of these.
All right, Jamie, be quiet. You look the things up for us, Jamie. That's what I thought. All right,
What?
Tied to a chair.
what's our first torture?
We're starting off with blackmail.
Blackmail?
What blackmail do we have on Killian?
That's kind of a mid-range torture.
It's good
method.
and old-fashioned, you know.
It's old-fashioned, but it's not very like violent or gruesome.
But it's easily replicatable.
Easily
you know,
replicatable.
everybody's blackmailed somebody once in their life.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just not like it's effective if you're like a federal agency, but like on an individual level, it's not all that good.
It's not very reliable either. It depends on the person. Like, some people are just like little goody two-shoes with nothing to blackmail them with.
Yeah, I would say blackmail probably falls under like C. I would say C or D.
Yeah, I'd say
It
C tier.
varies massively from person to person.
It definitely does, but at the end of the day, I think C tier is where it sits.
Yeah.
I think it could be a B if you got the proper.
If
dirt.
it's a really good, but if
Yeah,
you
that's what I'm saying, like,
if you got some blank slate character, it's a D.
If
So it
it's like,
evens
look
out.
at this, he said this embarrassing thing when he was 13, it's like, that's not gonna work. But if it's like, you're pulling out a diabolical evil story about like a major politician, then it's way better.
So
I mean, it's also like these days, like people just get exposed online for being like terrible people all the time. I feel like blackmail's kind of lost some of its like pizzazz, its power.
Also like, people just like do it, and like they just say things that's not true, so like it muddies the waters too much.
all right, I think we can call it on C. That's pretty straight to the point. All right, next. What do we have on the list?
Next up
is
is
Chinese water.
Chinese
torture.
water torture. Hey, chill out.
Hey,
right?
you told me to. You said I should look things up.
Yeah, but you didn't do it the first time. You gotta chill.
You guys said
know?
it first. I'm not gonna interrupt you.
Amy, I'm being tortured here, and I know that you need to be quiet.
All right.
Okay, Jamie, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Next up, we got Chinese water torture.
You're being spoken to, okay, Jamie?
Okay, so Chinese water torture. Where do we put it?
Get out of here.
Definitely above
Okay, Chinese
blackmail.
Yeah, for sure.
What?
I say Chinese water torture either B or A. I'm leaning towards A.
That's real.
Cause
I'm telling you, it's like a high B, I think. But like,
Why?
Hello?
it's a little slow.
yeah, we can hear you. It's slow and it's been done before, you know.
Yeah.
I don't believe it's real.
Chinese water torture?
Yeah, it's not real.
You want us to try it on you?
Yeah, we've got the hostage here. I mean,
No, on you, just so that like you know it's
not
real.
on me.
But just like so that you can figure out it's real. Cause
Yeah, like I need to witness someone genuinely.
No,
being
Killian
like,
fully knows that it's real, but I think the only way to fully figure it
I
out.
just like, out of all the things where it's like all these are really bad things where it's like, and it's like, I'm gonna make you hear the sound of water dripping. I don't think you could
It's
break
not
me.
hearing
I think
it.
Dripping on you.
It's dripping on your head.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think it would break me. No matter what the circumstance. Like, I don't think there's any chance which like case I'm like begging for like the water dripping on me to stop. Like, is it gonna get annoying and probably grating after a while? Oh, for sure. It's not gonna get me to like give up all my government secrets.
Okay, if you're locked up in a room, strapped down, there's no other stimuli except for water dripping on your forehead. Like, I think you'd break. Like,
I don't. Not because of the water. If you.
Probably. What is that?
I think the amount of time it would take for me to break without the water and the amount of time it would take me to break with the water are about the same.
I doubt that. Because time's gonna feel a little bit crazier. A little
It's
bit
gonna do that
goofier.
regardless of if the water's dripping or not.
Not really. Sitting in a room, I can sit in a room.
I think the water will break you, Leo.
Yeah.
And I think...
Into the boiler room.
Where are we putting Chinese water torture?
I think it's like a high.
What did you say?
I said B.
Okay. I'm leaning towards A, but low A.
See,
I was saying like high B.
Alright.
Leo, your opinion doesn't count anymore. I'm sorry.
I'm built different. I would win.
Alright, we got Chinese water torture down on B.
Okay.
Alright, what's our next one, Jamie?
You just have humiliation.
Humiliation.
Oh,
Just
skip
general
Let's
humiliation.
just skip that one. Get to the next
Like
one.
again, I don't think that's like I don't think anyone like being like, man, you're ugly. Like I'm not gonna be spilling all those secrets to that. Like
Like
yeah.
social humiliation or like freaky
It just says
humiliation?
humiliation.
What are you
Like
talking about freaky humiliation?
Real? That's okay.
like the examples they have are tarring and feathering, the pillory,
Just bring us to the next one.
mob.
Where
It's
are
staff.
you? What
Like,
happened to your
He's
microphone?
radioing in from Antarctica.
What?
we have subjection to periods of interrogation.
Okay.
I don't know. Like that's just so bland. Like
Yeah, that's
So-
F.
Staying in a police station, basically.
That might even be double F.
yeah.
No, I think that's just F. Because
It's
it
not-
sucks, but it's
I
like,
think it would- I-
it's not like a
double
bad
F
form
for,
of
like,
torture.
Like, I don't think it's a bad option. It's just lame.
We
like,
can, you know what double F should have? Double F should have embarrassment. Or whatever that last one.
Humiliation, you mean.
Yeah. It's like there's no chance you're getting anyone to like spill all their deep secrets by calling them ugly over and over again. Like
I don't think that's what they're doing, but
it's-
okay.
that's humiliation.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the form of humiliation they're talking about.
Fair. The article is unclear.
Okay.
All right, so next up we have music torture.
Music torture? Expand on that. Jamie, look up music torture.
Music and sound have been used as part of a combination of interrogation methods, today recognized by international bodies as amounting to torture.
So are we thinking like 100 gecs? Just play that?
It's basically
100 gecs
like-
would break me straight up.
yeah.
I think
I-
like the iPhone alarm.
The basic idea is they just play music over and over again with no break.
That's an S tier for me.
It's really
I think
good,
it's like an A tier. Like
yeah,
how
Yeah,
many-
like, you
I-
know, Mark, like you just like play 100 gecs over and over again, and then like they don't have a mark on them, and they're like begging it for it to stop. Like
there's not enough pizzazz to it to make it an S. Like there's got to be so much more thorough thought going into it for me to be like, yeah, that's an S tier.
We'll put it in A. I like it. I'm a fan. I gotta say. I'm a fan of music
I'm a
torture.
fan. I just don't think it's. I don't think it's that thought out. You know, it's just like,
Yeah.
what if we play music?
Am I gonna have to listen to
top
100
high
gecs?
A.
I miss my
What?
family.
Teehee.
What's next, Jamie?
Forced nudity.
Goated.
Forced?
Ooh.
Am I in a very cold environment?
That's important. That's an important question.
I think that would be part of it.
Well, is this like I'm locked in a little cell and like have no clothes, or
It
they're like
doesn't say
taking me
this. They don't
outside?
have a full article for forced nudity.
Okay, look up forced nudity and go to images.
Yeah, I'll look it up. I got you.
I don't
What
think I'll be
is
doing that.
Forced nudity torture.
Go to images.
Sexual torture, rape, and gender-based violence in Senate torture report. Okay, so it does involve every once in a while, like just forcing them to get raped. Can we put that in double F?
Yeah.
Rape in double F?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty-
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Um.
Is something goofy gonna happen when I listen to the podcast?
Yeah. Yeah.
You sound like really distant. It sounded like you were like on the radio.
That's pretty epic, though.
Yeah.
All right. It's kind of been like going in and out. All right, Jamie. What do we have next?
Farmical. Oh, we have seclusion.
Seclusion.
Just like solitary.
Yeah, that's like
That's an S tier. Like it's so
It's
so
simple.
interesting.
Keeps it
I
simple.
feel like, but it's thought out often. Like
I
not
feel
There
like
are more awesome things coming up.
I just think
That's
seclusion.
true.
Like I don't think that I would like break all that quickly.
I think
it'd just be
seclusion-
boring.
Wrong.
No, you'd break, but I think that seclusion is like a C or D tier.
I think it's a solid B. Like
I think it's C.
I could agree with B.
it's
I could
simple
agree
and
with
it
B.
works, but it's not like the most turbo.
Although it's Leo saying B, so I'm thinking maybe I'll go with C.
Okay.
Okay, Jamie, what are they doing to me next?
Pharmacological torture.
We
Are
gotta.
they like logging me up and
sounds pretty
experimenting
good.
on me?
Well, yeah, drugging them.
Really?
What?
Huh?
Oh, I thought you said Jamie. Stop horsing around.
I was like, what? What did I do?
All
So
right.
I just get like free drugs and I'm locked in a little room? Like that sounds kind of awesome.
Injection of alcohol into the tongue.
Use of an
Mm.
insulin shock therapy to render people comatose.
Oh,
Bone fracture by electrical shocks.
is that like
Bone?
bone?
What?
Is that like bone smashing from Looks Maxing?
Oh, yeah, I love that.
No, they just gave you muscle relaxants and then shocked you until your bones broke.
Why are you hitting
What?
like second puberty now?
His voice is all over the place.
Where are we gonna rank pharmacological abuse?
I don't
Where are we
know.
gonna rank what?
It's
It's like a low B, I think.
I think it's an A. Like that was.
I think giving people muscle relaxants and then shocking the shit out of them is, I mean, that's really
It's-
thought out
yeah,
and
it's
really.
crazy.
And there's a
Yeah.
bunch of other really thought out ones. Like
Yeah,
like they put you in a bunch of comas and
I like the one in Romania. Prisoners were reportedly given drugs to make them talk in their sleep,
like
like in
What?
hopes of getting information out of them.
like that's just crazy. Like there's so the opportunities are endless.
all right. That's an S tier in my book.
I think that deserves S,
All
just
right, what-
because so many places have different versions of it.
What is it
Yeah.
called again?
It's so
Pharmacological torture?
yeah, it's like an antipsychotic medication. Patients were eluded to believe that their torturous state was of their own making.
Based?
Used to
I
induce
think
intense
the next one coming
restlessness,
up is pretty goated.
Parkinson's type symptoms, and overwhelming apathy. Exploitations of phobias, including mock execution and like leaving arachnophobes in a room full of spiders.
That's like awesome.
Like mock executions getting roped in there is kind of awesome. Like
Yeah, the mock execution is the only thing that's got me.
like that's just like awesome. That and like if you think of, like they make a little torture special for you.
I think the mock executions are the only really good ones because the other ones they like have to admit to you. Like an arachnophobe would be like, "I'm scared of spiders. Don't you dare put me in a room with them."
Yeah, it's not mock execution is just like awesome as a concept.
Yeah. Like mock execution is cool. I just like I don't feel like I have all that many like easily exploitable phobias, or you can just like lock me up or something.
Oh yeah. What are you
Killian,
most
I'm
scared
sending Killian. We've got you tied up here, Your parents are gonna be reading through all of your Discord search history. We've including every deleted
It's over.
message.
Killian,
It's
I
over.
hear it
Like,
through the grapevine.
not laughing. Would you break?
Yeah,
Killian,
I would.
I hear through the grapevine, Killian, that you are terrified of Bill Clinton coming and stealing your penis or something.
I mean,
Like,
What?
we've got
Yeah.
Bill Clinton. He's here.
no, no,
He's
We're
here
gonna
and
make-
he's coming for you.
That
No.
nightmare,
He's
it's
ready.
real.
no,
And it's happening.
no, you can't.
Is this still
That's-
under Farmicalogical?
No, this is under
No.
Exploitation of Phobias.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that we had
No,
moved
no,
on. Alright, Bill Clinton is coming for Killian.
no.
He's running.
Oh, I realized what was happening. You guys are right. My voice was being goofy. I was monkeying with my keyboard and it was messing with my voice changer.
Oh.
Maybe I should just be like this for the rest of the time.
You just slowly pitch your voice further and further down as it goes on.
No, I was thinking this one's taking a while to load.
Oh, that's really something.
Oh, what was that?
There's a little dance party.
I could just talk like this the whole time.
No, that would get really annoying very quickly.
That'd be fun.
I
What would that fall under? Where'd that go?
The network
under?
will cancel us. Uh,
Sensory deprivation is the next one.
Okay, but
I think exploitation of phobias. That's a solid.
That's like an
A
F
tier.
tier.
an F
Nah.
tier? Why is it F?
Including
Because the only cool thing is Mox executions, and it's still not that cool.
I think it's higher than F.
I think the concept of
definitely.
all of your worst fears coming
Yeah.
true. Like,
It's like C at the most.
I would say A.
Yeah, I think it's A.
That's lame as hell.
Killian has spoken.
I'm the guy getting tortured.
I'm putting it in A.
That's lame. Put it in B.5 to be.
So are
to
you,
be
are you
fair.
guys gonna let me like see my family again or anything?
Yeah, but
No.
the only time you get to see them is as they're getting executed.
Wow.
But you're not
Will,
gonna
are
see
you
them
sharing your
anytime
screen
soon.
for the podcasters?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay.
But before you get to see your family get murdered, that it leads us into our next torture method.
Amy,
In the
what's on the docket?
sensory deprivation, they leave you in a room with it's 24 hours too in the flotation tank with
Yeah.
no senses. People do that for fun though.
Yeah, people do that.
Yeah,
People pay for
that's-
that.
But
Yeah,
not for
that's weird.
24 hours.
No,
to be
not for
fair.
that long. But
don't
I feel
know.
like you could find some serenity in there, no matter if you're being forced into it or not.
Yeah,
Unless you're like legitimately insane or something.
I think it's chill. Like I think that's kind of an F tier one.
I think it's like C, because like for 24 hours, you're bound to get annoyed.
I think that's D or F. It's not double F.
Oh, there is a D.
it's
Is there a D
or
tier?
F. Yeah, there's a D tier.
Then I'd say D tier.
Am I allowed to pee in the pool?
No,
No.
you have to hold
Oh.
it the whole time.
Okay, that makes it worse.
Well, wait,
I
why?
guess it does make it worse that you can't sleep.
But if you can sleep in those,
Yeah.
but
What if you
why
started
would-
drowning?
why would not
I
being
wake up.
Wouldn't it be worse if you're able to pee and you pee in it and then you're locked in there with your pee for 24 hours?
Yeah, but holding it
What
for
if you
a
have
full
to take
24 is
They
worse.
only lock you in there once you have to take a shit. That's what makes it so bad.
Oh no.
Oh, so they like wait
Exactly.
just for the right opportunity to strike.
Yep.
What's next on the docket?
Jamie fell off the earth.
Yeah, Jamie's not doing his job. Wow.
Jamie's sleeping on us.
I think he actually might be.
Alright, get us our next one, Aiden.
All right, sensory overload.
What?
So it's like the
Opposite?
opposite of the
Oh.
last one.
See, that one's like
Um,
I'd break under that one for sure.
That's like same vein as 100 gecs.
crowding,
Yeah.
noise, mass media, technology, urbanization.
What they did, they just like show you YouTube shorts.
No.
That's kind of
Yeah, you
S
can't
tier.
just come
I
back
know
from the dead after
there's
being
like
gone so
17
long.
screens all scrolling through Instagram reels. You're tied up.
Loud
They make you
noises,
watch every
claustrophobic-
Simpsons episode at once. Like,
There's like
loud
this
noises,
skibidi toilet
cluttered
vibrator.
spaces, claustrophobic areas, strobing lights,
I'm
strong
putting this in
aromas,
S tier.
spicy foods,
This is S tier in my book.
Yeah, this is S tier. I'm
dizziness.
breaking.
Once they're doing everything they can, so I think it deserves an S.
Yeah.
throw the whole book at you.
They're doing the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
Alright, what do we have next?
All right, Jamie, do your job.
Huh?
God, this guy.
What do we pay you for?
Sleep deprivation.
Sleep
mean,
deprivation.
They're like
Damn.
hallucinating and their whole body falls like apart.
Killian does that. You already
Yeah.
do that. Like,
I
anyways.
do. Yeah.
Leo and I did it last night. It's just not that bad.
But you like did a lame version of it though. Like that wasn't full. That wasn't the
Well,
whole
yeah, but
9
like you know,
yards.
you have a sleepover and you purposely stay up the whole night. Like it's like you do it for fun sometimes.
My longest hit was 54 hours awake, and I felt so awful by the end of that. Like that was.
I've done 72 and it wasn't like the craziest thing I'll ever do.
72?
Yeah.
Man, what were you doing?
Back-to-back sleepovers, more than once.
What?
I think I got to 60 once.
It was like roughly 72. I don't know that it was like quite that long, but it was.
I
It was
think
nearly there now. That
I think sleep deprivation is like a solid A.
I think it's like a B, because like it's just not very thought out. It's just like we don't let you sleep.
I'm going with A for that one.
Can I get away with telling you
Yeah,
guys
hop
like,
on
oh, I'm
Killian's
just resting
dick,
your
alright?
eyes. I'm just resting my eyes. I'm not sleeping, guys. Can I get away with that?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Then we're chilling.
Okay. What's next? Jamie's muted. What's next, Aiden?
Next up is solitary confinement.
We already had that one. That's seclusion.
Okay, then next up is threat of severe disfigurement.
You guys are just
Disfigurement.
threatening me. That's boring.
Yeah, that's just a
Well,
threat.
but you
That's
don't
not
you don't
think it-
know that they're threatening you.
I don't know.
I
Well, I mean, I guess you know they're threatening
it's
you.
not the most awesome, but I think it would work.
I'd say that'd be like B or C.
Yeah.
I think B. Like if you tell me that you're gonna cut my luscious locks or you're gonna explode the front half of my face, like I'm probably breaking.
You want to know how I got these scars?
It could be the start of your villain arc.
Why so serious?
My father was a drinker.
Me
Oh.
too. Oh,
Jamie's
Jamie-
gone.
I don't want to
Okay.
harp on the two of you guys, but I think going forward, 4 is a crowd. There's too much going on.
It
Yeah.
is. It is. It is.
Okay.
Okay.
What's next?
The next up is tickle torture.
Tickle torture. Is that true?
Yeah.
Tickle torture. So what? You just
Prolonged
tickle
use
the
of
person?
tickle to abuse, dominate, harass, humiliate, interrogate, edge, goon an individual.
Those are some strong words for something as light as tickling.
Yeah. This is not a torture method.
They just keep going though until it's painful. It says.
So then it's just
Ah.
kind of like, at some point, it's just regular old abuse.
The recipient is also often stripped of their underwear, in case you were wondering. I don't know why that's important, but that's what it says.
So where
This
do
is
you
a torture
tickle?
method. This is a good time. Okay.
Where is tickle?
It's also this includes like when a goat is compelled to lick the victim's feet that's dipped in salt water. It includes that.
What
What's
the
so-
fuck is that?
What?
You never heard of that where they have the goat lick your feet and it's like covered in salt water and they like start licking through your skin
What?
because they like just don't want to stop?
I've never heard of that.
Oh yeah, it was like a form of torture in like Britain or something, and they would just like had this goat like they just put salt water on your feet, and then the goat just like never stopped licking.
I think we need to
and
rate
it, like,
that
tore off the
also.
layers and gave your skin. Well, no, that's the same one. It says that's like what's
Oh,
considered
that's
tickle torture. As
that's
well.
in there. That's in Tickle Torture.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
that's one of the
call
main
that
forms of
tickling.
tickle torture. You're getting tickled a little bit.
I think Tickle Torture is an S. I gotta be honest.
S? No.
Well,
I don't know about S. I'd say that's like a high B or low A.
this is S in terms of I want it done to me.
You
Oh.
want to? You
No,
want to be
no
tickle
underwear
tortured?
goat on your feet.
No underwear. Goat on your balls. What are you doing?
Yeah, salt water on your balls. The goat doesn't know when to stop licking, dude.
He's licking my balls
That's
up.
like orgasm, like
No,
overstimulation.
that's like
That's the
ligma.
sensory overload.
This is like ligma final form. This is like stage 4 ligma.
Yeah.
It's terminal. I would say tickle torture is A at most, probably
Yeah, I
like
think
B or
it's like
C.
a low A or B. I think it's A or B.
I'm good today.
Okay.
Alright, what's next?
Next up is waterboarding.
Oh.
Waterboarding's classic.
Yeah.
It's
It's a tried and true method, you know?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And it's very
I mean, and
accessible.
there's nothing you can really do against it either.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So what are you gonna do? Not like breathe?
And it's accessible too. Easy to get at. It's just water.
Also, this says it includes the fact that if you try and resist being waterboarded, that they just like start breaking your bones.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
I have no idea where you're reading this off of, but I trust it.
Wikipedia.
That's a good continuation of waterboarding, because like most of the time when you get to waterboarding, there's really nothing you can do if they just resist it other than hold them down. But
Yeah.
breaking their bones slowly, that's a good idea.
Yeah, really keeps it going.
Mm-hmm.
Never really know when it's gonna stop.
Keeps you guessing, keeps you on your toes.
You ever like get sick as a kid and you had to have like the like warm washcloth on your face though and kind of accidentally waterboard yourself?
Well,
No.
Yeah, man,
What?
you missed out.
It's a warm washcloth. It's not that
Like
water.
a warm washcloth or like cold.
have you guys ever
Like
seen the
with water.
clip of like the dude in the Spider-Man costume jumping in the pool and like waterboarding himself?
What?
No.
Because he got like the mask on and then it's like
Yeah.
full of water.
I have sort of done that where like I've been swimming with a shirt on and then the shirt goes over my mouth or something.
Fox News demonstration of waterboarding in Iceland.
Is it on Tucker Carlson?
No.
Then what's the
Christopher
point?
Hitchens voluntarily subjected himself.
I mean, I've been waterboarded.
Yeah, but this is on like live TV.
No, like I
Anyways, where are
know.
we putting waterboarding?
I'm saying like I know what it's like.
Well, yeah.
I think waterboarding is A. Like it's
Killian, have
just
you
a
been
solid-
waterboarded?
Yeah, we all admitted to it. We've been
yeah,
waterboarded. What about you?
yeah. Yeah, I have.
That doesn't sound confident. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, we might have to. I mean, that at least the one that I remember the most vividly at the time is when I was me and my friends were like, all right, we'll do a push-up contest. The person who does the least push-ups has to get waterboarded, and I made the fatal
Ooh.
mistake of going first, and one of my friends was like, I can't do 10 push-ups, and I believed him, and so I did like 12 or 13 and stopped there. Then everyone did like 14. And They took me to
Yeah.
they took me to the shower, and they
Why wouldn't you just keep
waterboarded me.
going?
What?
Like, even if you knew that somebody couldn't do that much, why wouldn't you keep going?
I don't know. I just didn't. I just didn't want to. Also, I wasn't very in shape when I was doing that.
Fatal mistake. You gotta be in shape, or else you might get waterboarded.
Yeah.
That's why I'm in shape, actually. Only
So
reason. Yeah.
waterboarding. Where are we putting it?
I think we said A.
Okay.
For what rocking with.
There's gonna be a lot in A, I feel like, but that's
Yeah.
okay.
Next up is white torture. Or white room torture, if you will.
What?
It's basically just sensory deprivation as well.
It's just like the padded cell, basically.
Yeah.
Uh,
Pretty lame.
Half of these are
Should we just
Mr.
skip
Beast
it? I mean-
challenges. I'll be honest.
yeah,
This is just like a combination of two. Should we just skip it?
Yeah.
yeah.
Alright, the next one is acid attack.
Oh, are we on to the physical torture now?
Yeah.
Is this like acid as in hydrofluoric acid or the drug?
Yeah, this is like face disfigurement, like acid.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like less torture. Like I don't feel like you're gonna get much out of someone by doing that.
No, they do it until you die if you don't break.
Oof though.
I just think it's kind of like it's too much to be a like good torture method.
Yeah, they're doing too much.
Yeah.
I don't know, because like you also got to think about like the threat of it. Like
Well,
the
I'm
threat of
gonna
that
pour
alone might
acid
make
on
you break.
ya. I'm gonna do it. Is that what they're gonna do? They're gonna
Maybe.
be teasing you.
Or maybe they'll just do like one drop on like your leg where nobody will see it, and they're like, that could be your face next.
Are they just gonna like put buckets of acid like on like slightly ajar doors and just like wait for me to like walk under it?
That sounds like
Well, that-
something we should do
that
at
is what they
school, but
do.
yeah.
And then they drop the feathers on you
Yeah, and then you'll be
so that it sticks to your like
yeah,
muscles.
then you'll be all sticky. You can't get the
It'll be
feathers
so
out.
hard to get off. What actually happened to Leo? Because he's still online.
I don't know. He joined and left a couple times, but he's just thinking to himself, thinking to his fans.
Next up is bamboo torture.
Wait, hold on.
Torture.
Where are we putting
Acid attack is kind
acid
of a like
attack?
double F.
No, it isn't.
Oh,
it's
I would
still
s-
effective.
I would
and
say it's
still...
C.
Yeah.
I'll go for D.
Okay, we'll put it in D.
What?
We'll put it in D.
How does that work?
Because Killian was so nice about it. Didn't you hear him? He was so kind, so polite. All right. You said bamboo attack was our next one?
What? Bamboo torture.
Oh.
What is bamboo torture?
We were on acid attack. Now we're on bamboo torture.
I thought you were just gonna start like beating someone up with bamboo.
Bamboo torture is a form of torture and execution where a bamboo shoot grows through the body of a victim.
Through their
You guys haven't heard
body.
this one?
Claims of its usage lack reliable evidence, so it might not even be real.
So
You guys haven't heard of these ones?
No.
These are lame.
it's growing through the person's body. How long does it take for a bamboo shoot to grow?
It's 4 centimeters an hour, so pretty quickly.
What? That's a
Yeah, you've
that's
never seen it?
crazy.
Like, if you can watch bamboo grow.
I mean, yeah.
I've done it twice.
I didn't know it grew that fast.
Yeah, it's pretty
Learning
good,
things every day.
I guess.
That'd be pretty crazy. Like, where do they start it? They
I
start
think
like
it's usually by your chest.
okay. Is it like just going into your skin or what?
I think the original intent was to go through your heart.
Hmm.
It's like almost confirmed to like genuinely not be able to do that, but like the thought of behind the torture and how they like say it's supposed to be used is that. So we'll just go off of like how it's supposed to be, I suppose.
All right.
And I
think
think
that's
that's a
a
pretty good one.
very creative one. That's a
It's
candidate for
creative,
S.
and you have a little bit of time to be like thinking about what you're doing.
That's a
You know,
candidate
like,
for S.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it might be
I think the thought of it is definitely S.
the notion.
Yeah.
Where do we put the real thing?
What do you mean?
Like, we have the notion of it down. Where do we?
No. The notion is like the real thing doesn't. We don't know if it works, so we don't know where we would put it because we don't know if it works for sure. So the notion of it is just the method itself, which is an S.
Okay. All right. What
Next
do we have
up is
next?
foot whipping.
Foot whipping.
Oh wait, no, sorry. Wait, no, it's not. That's one. I accidentally skipped ahead a couple. Oh wait, no, it is foot whipping. Okay, I lied. Foot whipping, also known as bastinado, or falaka, is a method of inflicting pain and humiliation by administering a beating on the soles of a person's bare feet. Unlike most types of flogging, it is meant to be more painful than to cause an injury on the victim. Blows are genuinely delivered with a light rod, knotted cord, or lash. So they just like have your feet on like a rod, and then they take another rod and just kind of like beat it over and over.
Yeah.
Like really hard though.
Yeah, really hard. That could be. That's like B material.
I mean, the foot fetish is there.
What do you?
And
What?
it's like, I guess,
What are you talking
respect for
about?
putting your own little fetish into your
What
thing.
are you talking
Let me
about?
cook. Let him
I don't know.
cook.
They just like hang you by your feet and just like take all of your like shoes and socks off. Like the guy whipping you definitely has a foot fetish.
No, not really.
Probably.
I mean, they're just taking it off so that they can so it hurts more.
I'm just saying, there's more effective ways of torture. Like he chose this for a reason. Like, come on now. There's no way this is like what you were like, oh, we're in a cave with this rod. Like, I guess I have to beat your feet specifically.
I mean,
like,
have you
come
ever
on
been
now.
have you ever been scratched on the bottom of your foot? It hurts. It hurts significantly more than
Okay, but they
other
could have
places.
beat your shins or your thighs or your
Shins and
back.
thighs are a different type of hurt. That's the bottom
My
of the
shins
feet
are so much worse.
is a very specific hurt.
I'm just saying, my shins are so much worse. Like the next thing that's gonna come up is gonna be like, oh, it looks like I'm gonna have to beat your ass with an oar. Oh no.
I was thinking that next we need to definitely put Razor Scooter on here.
That is what the next one is.
Wow.
Birching is a form of corporal punishment with a birch rod typically applied to the recipient's bare buttocks.
Oh.
Okay, we're just getting down to the people's nitty-gritty kinks.
Alright. First of all, we need to decide where this foot thing is going.
I think
That's
the
like
thing is like C.
That's like a D tier for me.
Eats you. Man.
I mean, there's just so many better forms of torture, and it's like not
Yeah.
creative at all, and it's just a little weird. Like,
Alright, and then where do we put Razor Scooter on here?
S.
Oh, yeah, S.
Just wanted to make sure. That's what I was gonna
Hey,
go.
Razor Scooter, the shins I'm breaking.
I'm breaking the second that I hear the word like razor and then scoot. Like I'm just like already like yes, I'll tell you whatever you need to know. All right, next up is birching.
Alright, so this is just the spanking one.
Can we just call this like I don't know. It's just a little interesting. Although occasionally they'll do it to your back and or shoulders.
Yeah, I think it's above the bastinado, but not by a whole lot.
A bundle of leafless twigs.
What?
That's what they used to hit you.
It just says birch rod.
Yeah, but if you look at the implement, it says a birch rod, often shortened to birch. It's a bundle of leafless twigs.
Uh,
Birch rod is not a single rod. It's a bunch of small twigs
So they're just kind of like smacking you with a bunch of sticks
yeah.
on the butt.
on
Pretty
the
hard.
butt. Bare butt?
Yeah, bare butt. This device used to punish male offenders above the age of 16.
Male offenders. They have to be
It
male.
was
and
known
they
as
have to be
Senior
above 16.
Birch.
What? What are you talking about?
I don't know. That's just what it says.
Is it Senior Birch or Senor Birch?
Probably Senor Birch.
Where are you seeing this?
It's under implementation. Its size. Above the age of 16, weighing 16 ounces and 48 inches long. The cat o' nine tails on boys' semen. The cat had acquired a nasty
What? What?
reputation because of its use in semen, like SEAMEN, which the wealthy classes were more familiar having been chastity when it's during their schooling. Where previously a whip or cat had been used in attempts, maybe birches. I don't know, man. This is pretty lame, but like at the same time, like
It's simple. It's simple.
yeah.
I would say A or B material.
I'd say like B. They often were used in women's prisons. Okay, that's a little
What is it called again?
birching.
Hey, there you go. The prisoner physically.
What? Your mic is so laggy.
I dropped an Allen wrench. Where'd it go?
Okay, next up, blinding with light.
What?
They
Just
just
like
use light to
blinding.
blind you.
Like the
That's
tack
boring,
light?
dude.
Is this like the tack light? Like
Yeah.
like Nick Bolton?
Sure.
I get it.
I get it. I'm not so sure that's what it is. It's like the flashlight that lights up your room.
Yeah. If you go to our TikTok, God King Charles 06, you will see a very nice video about the flashlight that lights up the entire room.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
And you might as well stay for the other ones because that was probably one of our less thought out ones.
Yeah, come
for
to the
most part.
flashlight. Stay for the skits. Really,
Yeah.
we got one in the works. We got one in the
Mhm.
works.
It'll probably be out before this podcast.
No, it won't.
It won't? Okay. Okay. I believe you.
Trust.
I trust.
All right,
I think the
now
blinding with light is just really boring.
Yeah, that's like a
it's boring.
that's like a
but
double F.
have you?
That's a double
No, that's not a
Yeah.
double F.
That's a double. It's just so uncreative. Like, it's
Blinding
like,
with flashlight and rape are not on the same level.
Yeah, they are.
No.
Because think about like both at the same time.
Have you
I mean, I
seen?
find people with like that like UV grow light like all the time. And I mean, it's just like it's annoying. It's not.
Well, but this is
Not
like
bad.
actual blinding for like however long on end. You gotta think about that.
Have you seen Nick Bolton with the tack light?
Yes.
Have you seen how he handles that thing?
Yes,
Yeah.
Will.
I'm telling you, there's something to be seen there.
I don't think there is. But put this where you see fit.
What are your votes?
I'm saying like D. Or no, probably F.
I see some very intriguing ones coming up. I'll just say that one.
Yeah, like the Blood Eagle.
I'm bumping it up to F.
What?
Okay.
Sorry.
What's next?
The Blood Eagle.
What does that mean?
Ritual execution. Both
Like-
loosely derived from this blah blah blah.
Is that the thing where they like rip your like ribs out from the back?
Let's see. Yep, their ribs were severed with a spine with a sharp tool, and their lungs pulled through the opening to create a pair of wings.
Whoa. That sounds so metal.
That's kind of hard, dude.
That is an album cover right there, I'm not gonna lie. Taking out the lungs to be wings that's opium.
I think Blood Eagle is like solid A.
Blood Eagle is ass.
I think it's A.
I don't want to say S because it says use disputed.
Because it says what?
Use disputed.
No.
Alright.
All
What's
right,
our next
you
one?
ready? Boiling.
Boiling? You just put the person in a boiling pot?
Yeah.
It says execution, not torture.
It says death by boiling.
So you just like dip their toes in?
No, you put their whole body
No,
up to
I'm
their
saying
head.
for the torture, you just like.
I think for the torture, you still put it up to their head and you stop it before they die. Like
Yeah.
you just let it go on as long as you need it to.
But I feel like that's kind of in the like depending on how long you do it, it could like go into the same range as like the acid attack, where it's just like too much.
I don't know. I think it's kind of goated.
Due to the lengthy process, death by boiling is an extremely painful method.
Yeah, I mean, you also got to think about how long it takes to boil that much water.
Yeah. Well, the
And, like,
water is
how-
it like oil.
Oil?
Am I being boiled in water or oil?
Yeah.
Well,
And
I
if
mean,
so, can I be like breaded first?
oil takes quite a while to boil.
Yeah, but like, imagine how long it's burning your feet on the bottom from the fire. Like, you're cracking before that shit's even, like, warm.
Yeah. Can I just like ball myself up and just like float in there?
I don't know what
mean,
that would help, but
It'll still end
sure.
up boiling, but if you wish.
Cannonball.
You're, like, floating by, like, your neck. You're basically just being hung.
Yeah.
Belly flop.
Oh,
Okay. Next up is bone smashing.
Wait, hold on.
Jeez, Will, you're
Where-
getting slow.
Where are we putting boiling?
it's like B.
B, yeah.
Alright, we got what?
Bone smashing.
Like looks maxing?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
This one's actually just called bone breaking,
Uh,
but they just kind of like smash your bones.
so it's basically the aftermath of waterboarding.
Yeah, you could say.
Good question. Where should that go?
I think that's
It's-
like a B.
Yeah, B or
Yeah.
C. It's just like that's the default. I feel like that's the default
got-
torture method. It's not.
Kind of like a basic bench torture method.
Yeah, there's not that much to it. I would
There's
even
not,
go
but,
D
like-
for this or F.
Nah. I think it's a good B. I mean C.
See.
It works. You can do it pretty slow. You can do it a lot.
What do we have next?
We are on to branding.
Like cattle?
Like you heat something up really hot
Yeah,
and
like
just press
cattle.
it against their. I mean, yeah.
What do you brand them with?
Anything, any metal.
I'm gonna brand you with an Audi logo.
Why?
If you love your car.
It's like that one jackass stuff where they like brand the guy with the penis.
It's just like it, Killian. You're so freaking right.
If I brand you with the Audi logo, will you brand me with the Buick logo?
You want to be branded with a Buick logo?
Do you
Obviously.
plan on driving that Buick forever?
You know I do.
I didn't know that, but now I do.
He's gonna be like 70 and still driving his Buick.
I mean, I'm
Well,
capping.
that's a lot more understandable.
I'm capping, but like,
That's at least
it'd
appropriate.
be awesome.
Well, no, you're just gonna buy another Buick next car you need, right? Like the new SUVs that they have.
I mean, I
Just
like,
keep buying 15-year-old Buicks.
I
The
like,
SUVs are new.
I like GM cars, but maybe Buick isn't really the way to go.
I think you should go with the GMC Denali.
I'm not getting the Deontay car. Anyways, what are we on? Branding?
Well, branding, which
Branding?
I think that should go in like A.
Yeah.
Like it's awesome. It's kind of creative in a way, and
Like-
also I like the idea of heating up like a knife and just kind of making like lacerations.
1,000-degree knife versus torture victim.
I don't know about. I don't know
Well,
about.
and
putting
it's like, you know, they're like opposing like for the other side.
Oh.
He's gone. Yeah, I feel like maybe we shouldn't. Maybe this isn't a good thing to put high because one of the biggest things during slavery in America was that they would brand slaves either for identification or punishment.
Yeah.
So it has like a lot of history behind it.
What does?
Branding, it like in U.S. slavery, branding would be used a lot for identification or punishment on slaves.
Yeah. Well, I think it also just works if like somebody hates something, you know, like maybe they're really against like a certain idealism or like you know, maybe you're like you've captured them and they're against your nation, and so you put your flag on there.
Your tag,
Yeah, your
calling card.
tagline. You put your like your call sign on there.
I just think because of the usage in the past, I think it should be like F or double F.
I don't think so. I don't think that like I know it's like bad, but it's like all of these are probably some of these are arguably worse than that.
Some of them are worse, but they don't have history like that.
I'm sure they do.
You're
I am
telling me that they use acid attacks on slaves? They didn't use acid.
probably.
There were no acid attacks on slaves. I'm being Jamie, all right? He's not here. I'm looking it up.
But I'm just, you know, like just because like there was no attack on slaves doesn't mean like there wasn't an acid attack on some random slave in another country. Like
I know,
I mean,
but it's just like this has branding is like a very well-known thing that happened in slavery.
I don't think you're gonna be more likely to get canceled for branding than saying that you like fucking Chinese water torture. Like,
All right, wherever you want to put it.
I think it's a straight up C.
Yeah. The history says it's just mid.
All right, what's next?
Next up is burning.
Just burn them.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's chill. I would say, are we like?
That's a torture method as old as time.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Are we like at the B section of the list?
Yeah. Are you ready for the next one?
Yep.
Burying
Wait.
alive.
Where are we putting burning?
B. I thought we just agreed on that.
Oh. I must have missed it. Alright, what's happening?
where I'm burying alive.
These are all Mr. Beast challenges.
Yeah.
Yeah, except Mr. Beast was in a coffin, and this one, I'm not so sure you get that luxury.
Yeah, probably. But like, if
Also,
you're
when
not,
did Mr. Beast burn himself alive?
no, if you're not locked in a coffin, then what's to stop you from just like getting up and leaving as they're
Dirt on
burying you?
top of you.
No, as they're burying you.
What if they have you handcuffed and whatnot? Like
I'll
what?
probably just like.
There's like tens of people around you stopping you. Like you're just gonna get beat to a pulp until you comply.
I suppose. So burning alive.
I'm
I
not
mean,
so
not
sure this
burning
is gonna be on there, but I know it's made quite the it's made quite the appearance in pop culture recently.
Ah,
And I'm just curious, what do you guys think about curb stomping?
it's
I
classic.
feel like that's. Yeah. I mean,
It's great. Hey,
I've seen a lot of people talking about it, and they're
Hey.
saying it's like the worst way to die.
hey,
You know?
it is brutal.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal, and like after the first stomp, if it's not that hard, you're really gonna feel it.
hey.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you're in like a fight and like, like you start stomping on someone's head, like that's when it turns from like,
Well, and if you're like,
misdemeanor to like death penalty.
you know, you're in the middle of something, and like three guys just like walk out from the alley, and you just hear like make him bite the curb or some shit like that. Like it's so over.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey.
I think yeah. All right, next up is castration.
We never decided on burying alive though.
Oh, burning alive,
Burying.
burying. I think that's like a C.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. Okay. Castration, you said?
Castration is kind of awesome.
Like chemical or mechanical?
Mechanical.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they're like lopping that thing up.
Yeah. I mean, there's literally a little picture of this like old lady like chopping his balls off.
Oh, you got a little diagram there?
I do.
So you know.
Open Lincoln present with it. Yeah. They've been doing this like all over the world. Torture and war crimes.
I don't
Sometimes
know.
they just like
How-
cut the nuts off of corpses. Yeah.
How are you gonna? Why? Why would they cut them off of corpses?
Food.
Souvenir. I think castration is like A tier.
I wouldn't say it's that high.
Yeah, I think it's like B tier just because like I mean it's not gonna kill you, but it's just like it's a little bit goofy, you know. You don't got your balls no more.
Yeah, but that like completely ruins like your entire hormone balance, and like you're just kind of like screwed. So
Well, yeah,
like,
but what the, like I mean I don't
it's
know.
a good like long like slow burn type of torture.
Just take TRT.
Yeah.
I've been under the impression for most of these that they're happening like in the olden days, like before modern
What?
medicine.
I thought we were thinking like
No,
if
we're talking-
Killian had this happen to him right now.
Yeah.
Well,
You guys have got me locked up and you're like doing this to me.
for most of these, I was just like imagining, sort of like King Arthur times.
Oh. I think we're thinking of different things over here.
Me and Aiden were on the same page.
Yeah, we were on the same page, Will.
All right, so taking the balls off today.
Yeah,
How's it
like to
going?
Killian right now. I think that's going in like a
I mean,
Oh,
for
that's like a-
Killian specifically, it might be higher, since that has a bigger like effect on his life.
let's just go B, I think.
There's at least 3 effects on his life every day,
6 times a day, really.
if you think about it.
If you think about it.
We
Alright,
said C?
I think B, just because like you kind of got no balls now.
I still think
If
it's
someone
A.
says no balls, you're like, yeah.
Well, and like they can just be like, "What kind of man are you now? You got no balls anymore. Like, what do you even have to fight for at this point?"
Oh,
All right,
it's I didn't know either.
we ready to move on?
Yeah.
All right, next up is cement shoes.
Well, is that like when you get cement shoes and you get thrown in the drink?
Yeah,
All right. Also, if we have this many per letter, it's gonna be going on for a long, long time.
yeah, we'll probably
I
we'll
think we'll
skip
have
some of
to.
the boring ones. We'll see.
We're at an hour now.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. So cement shoes, I would say
That's
that's
S.
instant S or A.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's S. So hard. Like,
Yeah.
That doesn't need any explanation.
no, I mean you're screwed. You have to watch it yourself. Like, I mean, boy.
It's a classic.
Only if you guys like dress up in like mobster suits before you like throw me the drink.
What do we have
That's our
next?
stipulation.
All right, next up, let's go with combing.
Are you gonna skip
Explain.
over cigarette burns?
Yeah, I am.
Explain
Okay.
combing to me.
I'll have to read it first. Sometimes known as carding, despite carding being a completely different process, is sometimes fatal from the torture in which an iron comb designed to prepare woolen fibers for woolen spinning are used to scrape, tear, and flay the victim's flesh. So iron comb scraping your flesh off.
That's a pretty good
That's
one.
yeah, that's like a solid A.
Yeah.
I think so too. Now, as much as I'd like to skip this one, crucifixion has got to be brought up.
Crucifixion. I mean, that's the like OG.
It's
I
classic.
mean, it's goated. It's the great.
It's
the-
like it's one of the big three.
Fuck the big three. I don't know about the big three. I think it's definitely pretty well known. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean there's a whole like
There's a
it's
whole culture around it, really.
yeah, whole cult around it. Isn't it like a crazy percentage of the world is Christian of some variety?
Yeah, I mean, even the U.S. I think it's like 67.
I doubt it's that anymore, but
Well, I mean, like
31.6%
they're not
of the
necessarily like
world.
practicing.
31.6% is crazy.
I think it's a B tier.
B tier is crucifix. I would say it's higher. I would say A.
I'm not putting it in S, and that's all I'll say.
I don't think I'll put it in S, but I think A.
Yeah.
Killian, what do you think?
I think it's like an A. You know, like yeah, I think if you guys crucified me, I'd be. Actually, I think I have the picture of that. That's like a classic.
What do we have next on the roster?
Dehydration.
That's brutal.
No, I want a drink. I'm thirsty.
I think that this one. Oh, that's not good. But that's a good way to torture someone.
Yeah, but like in the scheme of things, it's not really like it's torture, but it just doesn't feel like torture, you know?
When I get even a little dehydrated, I get just a terrible headache. So
I'm just saying, like, it's torture. Just like, you're just not doing enough for it to be torture, right?
you're not
Well, you
doing
make sure
enough
that
for torture.
you make sure that an image makes it in the final cut of the podcast.
What? What are you talking about?
Your top secret.
I'll see if I can. No.
I don't know.
Or maybe I can like.
Just hit the open in browser.
Oh, here. I think I figured it out. All right, you guys talk while I'm doing this.
Okay.
What are we on now?
We're on dehydration.
I mean, it's kind of like simple to the point. It's not the most creative out there, but like, I mean, it's effective.
It's effective, but it's not creative, and also like there's not much like participation or involvement on your end. Like you just kind of
No.
like don't let them drink.
But it is gonna break them pretty quick compared to certain other methods.
It is not.
I mean,
Everything
know-
else is almost instantaneously.
I guess I was mostly thinking of like the earlier psychological torture type.
Yeah,
one.
those are gonna take a bit longer, but like for the most part, like the ones we've been talking about the last few, like these
Yeah.
are all almost immediate, whereas this one's gonna take like probably a couple days.
I mean, this is just the kind of one where you can just like chain someone up in like a cabin and just leave them, like coming back in like 2 days.
Yeah.
It's for the like torture like on a tight schedule.
All
All
right.
right.
So I'd say that's like a B tier, honestly,
B
Yeah.
tier for
for dehydration.
dehydration.
Yeah.
Next up is this one might be one of the big three. We got disembowelment.
Ooh.
Like Jurassic Park.
Yep, just like
Here and here.
just like Baxter. I think disembowelment.
Disembowelment is definitely higher than dehydration.
Yeah.
Definitely
A or S?
A.
Okay.
How do you
It
spell
could be
it?
S if it had a little bit more creativity.
I'll just guess on how to spell it.
You want me to help you?
No.
Okay.
I've been guessing for some of these.
What about dryboarding?
What's this dryboarding?
It's like dry humping, but like it's
Yeah,
their
exactly.
head.
Yep. Water is poured on a wet cloth, placed over blah blah blah. No wait. That's waterboarding. Unlike waterboarding, blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Okay. Dryboarding through stuffing the subject's airways with rags, then taping shut their mouth and nose.
Oh. I mean, that's more permanent than waterboarding, I'll tell you that.
I mean more permanent.
Oh, you're stuffing their airways with rags.
Well, like you stuff their mouth and then take it out for them to spill the beans.
I thought you were just going all the way down the trachea with those rags.
I don't think so. For most of these, I'm just assuming like we're going as far, like as close as we can to death, but still letting them live. Like we're not trying to kill them; we're just trying to torture
They
them.
can live with a rag in their trachea.
Not if they can't breathe.
You just rip it out like a band-aid. Doesn't hurt.
Your trachea or the rag?
The rag won't do any damage.
Oh, okay. If you say so. Dryboarding, it's interesting. It's a little bit creative. It was used by the CIA, which makes it cooler.
Oh,
Yeah.
that does.
I think it's like a B. Like
I
high
think so,
B.
too. All right, you guys ready for the next one?
Yeah.
All right, next up we have
We do emasculation.
well, we kind of I mean, we didn't, but like we did close to that, but we can do emasculation if you really want. I like that that he has to hold a baby in the photo. Like he's getting his penis ripped off, but he's got to hold his son.
Oh, I thought this was like humiliation and emasculation. This is like,
This is like castration, but include the tip.
oh, damn, that's brutal.
I'd say that's just like A. Or no, high B. High B.
I think it's above wherever we put castration, like just above it.
Hey, Will, where'd we put castration?
We put castration in B.
Okay, so
Yeah,
it's
it's
A.
like just right above that.
Alright. Dunking.
Dunking. What, like shoving someone underwater?
Yeah.
Gabe did that to me a lot back in the day.
Why, however, it says ducking stools or cucking stools.
Ducking stools is just like this. They just put you on a chair on this little platform, and they just kind of like push you underwater, and then they bring you back up by the chair while you're tied down.
Classic.
I think that's like a. I don't know.
What do you think Leo thinks of the cucking stool?
I think that's like B.
Yeah. It's like kind of a low B, but
Do we want to talk about eye gouging next?
Sure, let's talk about eye gouging.
Well, wait. You
What?
got to choose between the two: enemas or eye gouging.
enemas? Let's do
Oh, yeah.
enemas.
My bad. Liquid injection. That could be epic. But
Yeah, it's just liquid up your butt.
yeah.
You did that for fun, Killian, right?
Pretty
I
sure.
mean, it's a necessary step of the prep sometimes.
The prep.
We've
Oh,
heard all we
boy.
need to hear. Um, I feel like eye gouging might be a better talk in torture.
Yeah, enemas, I feel like that's probably not that
Are they just
big a
are they
deal.
just putting like painful fluid up your ass? Oh, we're gonna put
Injection of
acid pack up
fluid
your
into the
butt.
lower bowel by way of the rectum, as well subjected. Yeah, I think eye gouging is the better talk.
Yeah.
Eye gouging, self-explanatory, but like also, I don't know. That's like a C. It's not that cool, but like it's kind of goofy.
Yeah. It's pretty permanent. Which, like,
Yeah. I think the threat of eye gouging is probably worse than the actual eye gouging.
yeah. No,
Like more
especially like
effective.
I like any sort of like eye pain or like torture really freaks me out. So like
You're cracking under pressure is what I'm hearing.
yeah, absolutely.
So I'm hearing A.
I said C, he said A. I think we meet in B.
Okay.
What about finger/hand removal?
That's like the Yakuza.
See, that's just like your doctor's office.
No, but it's like that too. I said it was like the Yakuza,
Oh.
where they take off a bit of your pinky every time you're evil.
Yeah. Just like it, actually. I think this one works, you know? Like,
Yeah.
you just keep going. You got a lot
And
of fingers, you got a
yeah,
couple hands.
got a lot to work with.
Yeah.
Got a lot of phases you can go through.
Well, and they put it in a Secret Invasion, and that was pretty goated.
I'd go with A.
I'd say I'm willing to do it.
Yeah.
All right, Killian, choose another one from the F section, just one more.
I'm gonna go with forced circumcision.
Oh, come on. We've talked about shit like that, though.
Okay, fine. We'll do force feeding.
Force
Okay, that
feeding.
works.
Yeah.
Like feeding what?
I don't know. I mean, just feeding someone like an uncomfortable amount of food.
So it
Like,
is food. You're not
yeah.
like feeding them parts of a plane like that one guy did.
Force feeding is the practice of feeding a human or animal against their will. The term gavage refers to supplying a substance by means of a small plastic feeding tube passed in the nose
Or mouth.
stomach.
Imagine being fed through your nose.
Yeah, the nose feeding is probably just the worst part.
Yeah.
Imagine it gets
You need
halfway
burger
up.
if you
I mean, I'm
food
taking
starts
it like a
coming out.
little good boy before they put something in my nose.
Yeah.
You're taking it like a little good boy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna eat whatever the hell they feed me
Oh.
before
Yeah.
they stick it in my nose.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm not saying I'd be gay for them. I'm just saying like I'll eat the food.
You'll take it like a little good boy.
Yeah, I'll take the food like a little good boy. Unless it's like semen or something, they'd have to put that up my nose.
You'd rather take semen up the nose than through the mouth?
Well, I'm just not willing to take it through the mouth is the thing, like by principle. Like there's
That
just
would
no
probably
way.
like burn though, going through the like sinuses.
I don't care. It's by principle I'm not allowed to.
It's
You
his
just like
golden rule.
disintegrate if you do.
Killian, this is
Yeah.
all he has. Can't take it away from him.
That's the humanity I have left in me.
I don't care how low I get at that rock bottom unless I have cum in my mouth. Is that what you're saying?
Let's do hamstringing next. Anyways, force feeding is an A tier for me.
Yeah, that's A tier. Crippling a person or animal so they cannot walk properly by severing the hamstring tendons in the thigh of the individual.
Well, that's S for me.
Yeah. Oh, there's a big ass spider on my keyboard.
I feel like that's A.
That's S for me. Yeah.
I mean, it's just bone breaking, basically.
No, this is more complicated.
Get the...
I don't know. Like, there's worse things than not being able to walk again.
You could be like Joe from Family Guy.
Well, but he walks in that one episode.
Yeah. I think.
I might be capping, but I think I saw that on YouTube Shorts.
It's probably an episode like that.
Okay. So that's going in our SA tier.
Yeah, let's go for next.
I feel like if there's not 3 S's, it's not allowed to be an S. That might just be me.
Let's keep going, but only do one per letter.
That's what I just did.
Yeah. How long is our recording going?
We
Almost
are
an hour and a half, I
at,
think.
120.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right, Killian, can you read us our I one?
Our only I one is Immurement, which is also called live immuration or live entombment. They just like put you in a wall and build bricks around you.
What?
Yeah.
That's an A,
They box you like a fish, like a Fortnite.
like Nathaniel does.
All right, yeah, I think that's an A.
Yeah.
Dude, jetliner position.
What is this called?
Immurement. IMMUREMENT.
Okay, the next one is just jetliner position, and you just have to hold a wall sit. Dude, I didn't know I
Imaginary
was
chair wall
apparently,
set is
according to this, I was tortured as a kid.
Yeah.
It means of exercise or punishment.
That's a
They had us
C.
do this in gym class, and they had us do this when we had to sit at timeout at home.
You've been very naughty, so rule also.
Dude, I used to be able to hold a wall sit for like forever.
I can still
I think-
wall sit for a pretty long time.
No, I can, but I just like, I mean, I used to be able to hold it for like half an hour. Now I'd say I'd probably be at least want to be done around the like 10-minute mark.
I think jetliner position is like a C.
I think it's like a B. Because they also like force you to carry weight sometimes if you're not doing enough for them.
Not seeing enough movement.
Yeah, I'd probably say it's like a C or a D even.
Okay, wait, this is lame. It says even if they're athletic, they only need to hold it for like 20 seconds.
What? What's the point?
Oh, wait, no, sorry. I wasn't looking at the torture page. I was just looking at the exercise page, and I was really confused.
Oh.
I was like, "What? This doesn't make any sense."
Alright, what is this called again? What's the technical term?
Jetliner position. Just put JP.
No, I'll put jetliner position.
All right, Killian, choose our K1. I think kneecap kneecapping is kind of awesome now.
I like how there isn't a Wikipedia article for kicking, apparently.
But kneecapping just looks so awesome.
Yeah, I think we gotta go for kneecapping. The injuries
Oh
typically.
wait, but they have keel hauling.
velocity.
They do have keel hauling.
Keel hauling is like no one does that anymore.
No
One's
one
like,
does most of these things anymore.
yeah, they're like pirates sailing the seventh sea. Then like, no one's getting keel hauled.
So you're saying that you wouldn't mind if I did it to you?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it doesn't really happen anymore.
Okay.
So what are we going with?
Kneecapping.
And what is it? Is it just like taking off the kneecaps with a crowbar or
The
something?
injury is typically inflicted by a low
Low velocity
gunshot.
gunshot to the knee pit with a handgun.
The knee pit?
Is that from the back then?
Yeah, they
I
hit
would
it from the
assume.
back.
I mean, like, it sucks, but it's
A review of 80
horrible.
kneecapping victims found that only 2 had a fractured kneecap. Some victims had their elbows and ankles shot as well. It can cause soft tissue damage and requires several weeks in the hospital and can require physiotherapy for recovery. They might need to amputate your leg. 13 people had their legs amputated from this in the past.
Kneecapping seems okay, but it seems like it's not getting the job done. You want to get the kneecap in there, but it seems like the kneecap is not getting too hurt. And it's the other stuff that's really getting hurt. So I would say like F for this. It just doesn't work.
I think that's like
think
a
it's-
C. I mean, the
kinda-
kneecapping is just the name, but the actual torture method itself is pretty good.
Yeah,
I mean, just like shooting you, but like you're not dying.
I think it's like a high B.
Yeah. I think like B, C, something like that. I mean, you're just shooting somebody basically.
Yeah,
All right.
and I'll let you shoot me, but only if you ask us.
Next up is mutilation.
We already have like threatening to mutilate someone.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
actually doing it is a whole different thing.
Mutilation or maiming is your damage to the body that has a subsequent utterly ruinous effect on an individual's quality of life. I mean, yeah.
I mean, this picture is just like the person's stomach looks ripped open.
Yeah, they just like cut them all the way down.
Decapitation of the head as well is in here.
It's just kind of done to death, you know.
Yeah, but like
Right.
it just in terms of like if this was happening to you, how effective is it? Like I think.
I mean, I feel like I just like die of shock because I have like a really low pain tolerance.
You think while they're like slowly starting to cut at like your stomach and legs and whatnot that you're just gonna die?
You never know. I'm a little baby. I'm a little dog.
Blossoming baby boy over here.
Okay.
So where are we
Next up we
thinking?
have mutilation's like low C.
I think that's like a B. Like that's getting some information out of me for sure.
I would put mutilation up at B.
All right, next up is necklacing.
And that means
Let's see. Forcing a rubber tire drenched with petrol around a victim's chest and arms, setting it on fire.
That's S.
That's ass. That's such a gangster way to get at somebody.
You said,
Yeah.
what is that called? Necklace?
Necklacing.
Necklacing.
Okay.
Okay.
Oxygen deprivation.
That's all we have for O.
Just take away the oxygen?
Yeah. It's just no breathing for you. I guess it's similar to like dryboarding.
I suppose. I don't know. Oxygen deprivation. Isn't that pretty much just like what whippets are?
I'd like to think that this way they're just like putting you in a vacuum chamber.
And then they have little rubber gloves that they can touch you with. I would say, I don't know. Oxygen deprivation, I would probably put in like A or B. Alright.
We've got a lot of options for P. Sadly, the one that's called the Palestinian chair has no Wikipedia article. So,
I'll look it up if you want.
We gotta do some
Okay.
rapid fire ones.
yeah.
Okay, how about we do pressure points for this one just because it's unique.
Simple, straight to the point, effective, you know.
Yeah.
It's a solid option. I think like A tier.
I think
Yeah.
C. It's just not.
Let's
not
meet at
enough
B.
there.
I think it works.
Yeah, let's maybe.
Alright, next one.
Rat torture.
I want to do Republican marriage.
You said rat torture? Rat torture?
We can do both. This one can be a
Yeah.
double.
You said
Rat torture,
What
rat?
encouraging them to attack and eat the victim alive, the rat.
It's like the scene from
that's A.
Fast and Furious 2.
Yeah.
Too Fast, Too Furious, I think you mean.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. You got the bucket and the rat and the blowtorch.
I'm saying A
I
for
think
rat
that's
torture.
that's S just because it was in Too Fast, Too
Yeah.
Furious.
Yeah.
All right, Republican marriage.
Read to me about it.
Kelly, this is your section
It
of
involves tying a naked man and woman together and drowning them.
That's kind of what Republican marriages are like.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of the way to go, right? Like you're
Yeah,
tied to a naked woman.
Yeah, I mean, oh my gosh,
You're kind of right. I mean, when you're
like
right,
as long
you're
as she's a consenting torture victim.
right.
Yeah.
like-
Well, I mean, I imagine it's probably like your wife being tied up to you.
yeah.
Be
Maybe
more
she'll let
than
me
that.
hit one last time. Okay, next up. Or wait, where are we putting that?
It's
I'd
an
say
A because
A.
there's naked women.
Yeah.
A for the naked. Honestly, the naked woman is S. The torture method is B. That kind of settles
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
at A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, there's like a lot of good S ones here.
Yeah, there's like a ton of S. So let's go with another S.
Can we do maybe like 2 S ones since there's so many?
Yeah.
What do we just think of like straight up shooting?
What? Just like cheating on your spouse?
No,
shooting.
Oh, shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I misheard that.
You think we're saying cheating?
I thought you said cheating.
Oh, it's on S.
Just shooting them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's quick, but it's not creative at all. D.
All right.
Yeah.
Should we go with Syrian box torture next or Swedish drinks?
What's Swedish Drink?
They just make you drink some nasty little guys.
What nasty guys? Tell me what nasty guys I'll be drinking.
The Swedish Drink. That's like
I think the name alone is worth it.
What
Let's see.
nasty guys are we gonna
Give
be
him the
drinking?
Swedish drink.
uh
Foul liquid, such as excrement.
Okay, so you're drinking poop.
Yeah,
And other
it's like
things.
sewage, basically.
Well, and among other things, that's like one of the things.
Yeah,
But it can be whatever foul liquid they want.
yeah,
That's a My Strange Addiction right there.
yeah. I think it's kind of an S just because of how versatile it is. I mean, like,
That's true. That's
you
true.
kind of hit that like humiliation. It's gross. You know, like I think like if you're forcing someone to drink shit, they're gonna break. You know,
So we're thinking S?
I think it's S.
Okay. Next up. I need one for T.
We have Tickle Torture again.
No, we're not going back to Tickle
Yeah.
Torture.
We have.
Or we could do
tooth
Tiger
extraction.
Bench.
What's
Tiger
the
Bench?
Tiger Bench?
It doesn't have a Wikipedia article, so I'll look it up. It sounds like the best one we got. Tiger Bench Torture. Okay. A torture method historically used especially in China in which a person is tied in a sitting positions with their legs straight in front of them with their knees tied to a bench. Bricks are placed under their feet until their knees or feet break.
What?
So like you're tied to a bench. Wait. Yeah.
But only
So
by your
you're
knees.
sitting.
Yeah.
You're sitting down, your legs are straight in front of you, and your knees are tied to a bench, and you put bricks underneath your feet until your knees either pop upwards to break or your feet break first. Do you need me to draw you an MS Paint?
Wouldn't you just lean back?
No.
You'd
What?
be fine.
I'm sending you an MS Paint of this.
Oh no, I got it. It's coming to me. Alright. Where are we putting that one? I would say that's an A or a B. So that's pretty creative. I think A.
Yeah, I think it's an A. You know, like they're breaking their knees. Like that sucks. You know.
Well, and like your knees are like bending outwards, which is probably gonna like break through your skin and whatnot.
Yeah.
Alright, next one. Give me a U.
I don't think there is a U.
We just have W and that's it.
Just a W. Alright, big finale right here.
I think we should do 2 W's.
Two
for the
W's?
fun sake.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
Two W's.
I think Waist Chop and Welcome Parade might be the best ones.
Alright, read me those. Read about
Waist
them.
chop or waist cutting, also known as cutting into the waist, is a form of execution used in ancient China. It's like, you know when the magician has like the dude in the box and
But
cuts
they
through the middle?
do that no box.
Yeah, there's no box. They just cut you through the middle.
Okay, sorry. We're actually doing 3 of these because whaling is just too awesome. Or walling, sorry.
Is that the one where they like?
Just throw you into a wall.
You said waist chopping?
Yeah,
That's like a C. That's just
That's a
boring.
Yeah.
C.
it's a C because it's just like you're gonna like kill them before you get much meaningful information out of them. I think.
Yeah.
Okay, next W.
Walling. CIA in which a person's neck is encircled by a collar and then is used to slam the person against a wall.
That's S.
That's probably S.
They're
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
keeping it simple
Yeah,
in the best way
it's-
possible.
It's
Yeah.
awesome.
And then Welcome Parade Torture.
What does that mean?
It's like running the gauntlet, basically.
Yeah.
Expand on that.
Like in Poland, they basically just kind of like when they had people who they were gonna torture, they just kind of had you like run this little evil trail.
So it's like an obby.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like a Roblox auto.
Okay.
yeah, but like for Polish, Egypt and Belarus prisons.
Okay, I'd say the obby is like an A.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. I'm sorry. We got to do the last and final W.
Okay.
Water cure.
Water what?
Water cure. They just like force you to drink water until your stomach explodes.
This This is the same issue image as the Swedish Drink.
That's an S.
I think that's an S too. It's like that one pig game. You ever
You
play
just
that
have
one?
to drink. They just make you drink water so you can die.
And it's called
Until
water
your
what?
stomach explodes. It's called water cure.
All right. We've got our list.
We have our list.
All right, I bet this was very productive. I'm tied up to a chair and will never see my family again. But I got to be a part of this.
Yeah. So which one was your favorite one that we did to you?
I mean, I think the sensory overload is kind of awesome. I liked that there was like 17 iPads in front of me and I couldn't look away.
All right, you heard Killian say sensory overload, which means that is time to segue to our ending.
Yep. And
That's how it works. If
and
Killian
what's our
says
ending?
sensory overload, it just ends.
And what's our ending? Filled with sensory overload?
We gotta hit him with the good bye America.
Good morning, America.
I miss my family.